Have you ever felt like nothing in your life is working out, but later you realize that it was all divinely guided? That's literally what happened to me. I used to overthink every decision that I was making, my purpose, what I wanted, what the right path was for me. But once I learned to follow the law of alignment and trust the universe, everything started to fall into place. In this video, I'm going to share how I manifested my purpose at freaking 14 years old. How I finally knew exactly what I wanted and how you can align with your higher self too. So your dream life starts finding you too. So if you've ever wondered, am I even on the right path? Or why does it feel like nothing is working? Stay with me because you'll realize that maybe you're exactly where you're meant to be. Hey Dreamlanders! I'm Amy. I'm 17, still figuring life out with you, and I'm sharing what I'm learning about becoming my higher self, the version of me who is confident, aligned, and living her dream life. So let me tell you how I manifested my purpose and discovered that everything, literally everything, happens for a reason. So first, my story, how I manifested my purpose at 14. So I had a pretty normal life. I was outgoing, extroverted, you know, the typical joyful child. But then when I entered middle school, everything changed. Some events that I will explain in this video where I talk about how to go from shy to confident at school made me instinctively decide to isolate myself. And at first it felt like it was the worst decision ever. Especially by the end of high school, I regretted it so much. I became painfully shy, like a major social anxiety type of level of shyness. But listen to this part because this is where everything changed. I realized that maybe I was meant to follow this gut instinct to isolate myself because that period made me obsessed with self-development, with becoming my most confident higher self. And this is the crazy part, it made me discover my passion for editing and content creation. So at the beginning of high school, I tried to post YouTube videos about self-development on YouTube. And you know what's funny? If I had socialized more in middle school, I would probably have friends right now that I would have already cut off because they ended up transforming into people who now smoke, go to parties, who don't have the same values as mine, you know what I mean? Like, it's like the universe was secretly for all this time aligning everything in my favor. And that's why I understood that I've been following the law of alignment for my entire life without even realizing it. And it's not even a coincidence because as kids and even teenagers sometimes, we naturally tend to follow our most authentic self and inner guidance before the world starts throwing fear and doubts at us. That's when we start to losing alignment, when we stop trusting our gut. I've learned that it doesn't matter how risky or uncomfortable it feels at first when you're starting to follow your intuition. Those gut decisions are always leading you towards something good, even if it doesn't look like it at first. Even right now, I'm taking a huge risk. I dropped out of high school to pursue content creation full-time. Currently, I have 34 subscribers and I'm posting 3 videos per week. And if it doesn't work out in 1 year, I'm going to work at my dad's restaurant. By the way, I'll link the video where I explain how I convinced my parents to do all of this because they didn't support me at first. But honestly, I'm amazed. Every time I look back, everything that happened, even the bad stuff, led to this exact moment. I know that my future self is going to look back at this video and say, you don't know how many good things are about to happen. You know, I'm manifesting, you know, just looking at how my life played itself out, I'm just so shocked and grateful. Everything was working out in my favor all along. So tip number 1, don't follow logic, follow your intuition. You know when you're scared to make a decision because you are afraid that you're going to make a mistake? Like you wonder, what if I waste time? Or am I going to mess up? But here's the truth. Mistakes are part of the alignment process. Sometimes you'll follow your gut and things don't work perfectly as you imagined, like me back then in middle school. You might even feel lost at first, as if you are getting worse and worse, but that's okay. That's how you learn to trust the universe and the signs that it sends you. At first, when you're starting to follow your intuition, you may start to doubt yourself, and it's completely normal. Like, wait, is it my intuition or just me overthinking? You know, you're still learning to recognize your own inner voice. And the only way to strengthen that voice is by actually listening to it. The more you listen, the clearer it becomes, and the stronger your trust grows. Soon you'll reach a point where you just know, you just blindly trust your gut because you can feel that the decision is right. That's when you start noticing signs that you are in alignment, like synchronicities, random opportunities, people showing up at the perfect time, or things flowing easily rather than feeling forced. That's how you know that you're learning to trust the timing of your life. So start small. Seriously. For example, if you're unsure between playing football or volleyball, listen to your gut and then choose one of those two things and see if you regret it or feel proud and peaceful. That's how your intuition trains you. And controversial opinion, I think that it's better to make mistakes that are coming from your gut instincts rather than making safe choices that society tells you to make. Because doing what other people want you to do is basically you living their life. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to encounter other obstacles if you do what other people are doing. So don't fear mistakes because it's going to happen no matter what you do. Instead, fear being disconnected from your authentic path. Once you start trusting that inner compass, girl or boy, you're going to start to see signs that you're in alignment with the universe everywhere. Even if it looks like a setback, it's just the universe preparing you for a significant breakthrough. So, do you want to live your dream life or someone else's version of it? Comment below because I genuinely want to know. Tip number 2, take inspired risks. I know that the word risk sounds scary, especially when everyone around you wants to play it safe. But here's the thing. The people who achieved their dream life aren't the ones who never felt fear. They are the ones who take inspired action despite of fear. This is something that I learned. The time that takes for you to achieve your dream life equals the time that it takes you to finally act on your intuition. Because think about it, someone can be less talented than you, but still they are more successful than you because they simply acted. They didn't wait to be perfect. They didn't overthink every move. They just trusted the process of life. So yes, it's risky and you cannot wait for guarantees. They don't exist. When you take inspired risks, the universe responds. And that's how you actually discover what's aligned for you. And ironically, the more you take those risks, the more you are going to accelerate your growth. Because the universe rewards alignment over perfection. So remember, take risks, but only those who inspire you. And there's a difference between being reckless and being guided. So make sure that you're taking calculated risks. Because when you're acting from intuition, you're co-creating with the universe. That's how you align with your higher self, and that's where magic happens. Remember, every risk that comes from your intuition is a sign that the universe is working in your favor. So if this helped, make sure to like and subscribe and share it with someone who really needs to hear this. And remember, you can do it. All those people who are living your dream life aren't any different from you. They just chose to listen to the universe and then let go. So comment below what part hit you the most, or just leave a blue heart if you're still here, so I know that you are a real dream aligner. Check out my other video about how to manifest your dream life, and see you the next one, dream aligner.